Okay, welcome back to another episode. If you're just tuning in, this is our second time recording, and this is Split the Tab. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Lindsay. We introduced ourselves this week.
We have a lot to cover today. We're going to start it off with some pop culture, try and make it a little bit fun, but towards the end of the episode, in keeping with the tone of this entire podcast, we are going to talk about immigration, where we both stand on that, and what the current state of the world is at right now. So we've both been a little bit nervous, but we're going to be as real and authentic, and we're going to try and keep this light. It's not a funny subject, but I laugh when things get awkward.
Same.
So we're gonna
when I get nervous, I laugh. So don't be mad if I start laughing about stuff, because
I mean, I laugh at funerals, so
yeah, that's just how I deal with it.
I laughed at my grandfather's funeral. I mean, that's a terrible thing.
Very intense.
Anyway, so I wanted to start it off. I did not tell Lindsay the first question I was going to ask her, just because I wanted to get her raw reaction. But Jamie and I had this conversation a couple days ago, and it's a very split decision, right? So split the tab. I have to know, the people want to know, did you grow up listening or loving NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Oh. NSYNC.
Controversial. Really?
Yeah.
Me too.
I was an NSYNC girly.
Me too.
My husband was a Backstreet Boys girly. I don't know. His first concert ever was the Backstreet Boys.
What was mine was Hanson.
Do you want to know what mine was? Oh, Hanson. We were just talking about
Hanson.
Mine was oh my God, it's so embarrassing. And I went to like 10 of their concerts, which is even more embarrassing. I kept going. Danity Kane.
No. We in the car.
I actually met Albarella, and she accidentally touched my boob.
Who?
It was Albarella. Aubrey
O'Day.
Yeah, Aubrey O'Day touched my boob.
We could talk about her in a few episodes about the whole Diddy thing, which we'll have to get into. But Aubrey O'Day is definitely involved in hating P. Diddy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
This is good. We started it off agreeing on something. NSYNC. I was a big Lance fan, which ironically makes sense for me.
Yeah, I didn't like Justin. I know I didn't like Justin.
Not the ramen hair noodle days.
He was not my guy.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
I like to stray away from like the main character. I think I like JC. I think I was like the second main character.
He's super weird now.
Yeah, they're all weird. Let's be serious.
That's true.
Brian Luttrell. Speaking of, did you see Brian Luttrell flipping out on people on the beach because they were on his
private beach? Yeah. A little bit weird. Okay, that's good. So NSYNC for life. We'll have to talk about that. All the
tearing up my heart.
All the 80s babies. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about the Beckham drama, and then we'll get into the whole immigration conversation. But do you want to give a little bit of background on the Beckhams? We can get right into that.
Okay. Well, Brooklyn Beckham has come out. Do I need to be
Not
neutral
of the closet
on this story? Or can I go into the story with my opinion?
I think let's just go into it with facts first, and then we'll talk about it.
I think
this is split for us.
So he came out on Instagram last week.
You keep saying come out. I mean, I think that our gay audience might be a little confused.
He released a statement on Instagram about how his mom did a dirty dance at her wedding and disrespected them for the past however many, basically didn't respect their marriage. And it was all about money and a business to them and both of his parents. It was both about the business and like
the Beckham brand. The
Beckham brand. And they didn't care about family and all this and blah, blah, blah. And he married, is it Nicola?
Nicola.
Yep. She is like very rich. Like her dad bought what? What did he buy? Snapple. I think he owns, that's where he came into his fortune, Snapple.
Well, that family, they're billionaires.
Yeah.
Nicola Peltz is her name. I mean, the whole drama, it stems back a couple months, probably even over a year, where they haven't been seen talking to each other. Yeah. There was reports of the wedding, that there was drama. And then he just came out with this bombshell, like
multi-slide Instagram story where he just basically trashed his family.
He does
and
not
his
want to
brothers
reconcile.
Too, didn't he?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there were rumors that one of his brothers, I don't know if it was Cruz or what's the other one? Romeo.
Yeah.
Dated one of his ex-girlfriends, but they've all unfollowed each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the point is to talk about, I mean, you've seen a lot of the conjecture online is people are either Team Posh or they're Team Brooklyn. We put a vote out on our socials earlier this week, and it was kind of
it was pretty
split. Yeah.
I was actually very disappointed in
Lindsay
the
voted on it. I did not.
I didn't think about it, that she was going to see my vote.
I have to personally say that I, as a huge Spice Girls fan, I am Team Brooklyn on this one. I know, but I mean, if he feels that way and there's any truth to that, that's some crazy shit. I mean, think
But
about
what is crazy? Is it the dirty dance that's crazy?
No,
or,
not
like,
the dirty
that,
dance.
I'm like,
It's the whole
get
thing.
over it. Like, the wedding thing really pissed me off, and I think that's why I'm fully taking her side.
Mark Anthony came up, he gave a speech, and then he said,
The most beautiful
woman in the world want you to come up to stage, and he was referring to Victoria.
Yes,
and that,
which, I mean,
I do think that Nicola is a bit of a
bitch.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Do you follow Justin Anderson?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Justin Anderson is Kristen Cavallari's the
hair.
And he's a hairstylist,
yeah.
and he was her hairstylist, and he does not talk celebrity gossip.
No, he said she's a bad apple, right?
He talks current events and stuff, but he does not talk celebrity gossip because he's worked with a lot of them. He came out and said she is the worst of the worst. He said, I will never work with her.
I'm not talking about her, though. I mean, I can get into the whole Nicola.
But do you think that she is swaying him, is what I'm saying? I mean, he took her last name.
That
he
is
took
a little
her last
weird.
name.
That is a little weird. I mean, I guess in this day and age, that's more normal, I guess. But
It
I don't
is,
know.
but I do feel like maybe there's a little bit of control in there. You know,
I do think that she is probably a little bit controlling. I don't know the ins and outs of their episode, but if he's feeling that he went through his entire life having anxiety, that he was controlled, everything was about right. But I don't have a million followers, not yet anyway, on Instagram.
Their life is very different, but their life is very different in like they literally could have whatever they wanted their whole lives too.
Also true.
Both of them. Like, your troubles don't bother me because I always have a hard time listening to people that are like billionaires complain about their life.
Sure, I mean it's what is it?
When you're having trouble affording an apple,
what's the higher up than a first world problem? Billionaire problems?
Billionaire problems, and I don't have them. I don't have billionaire problems.
I would love to have billionaire problems.
As would I, but I don't have them. So I have a hard time siding with him when he has been given every single luxury in his life. He doesn't have to work. His parents gave him everything.
Well, he's been a chef. He's been a photographer.
Which he's not a very good one.
He created the hot sauce,
the
Club
chef's
23.
Good. But the photographer situation.
Well, I don't know.
Like,
you say he's a good chef, but I just saw a video on Instagram where he made a chicken parmesan with ground chicken.
Okay, but let me defend that. I will defend that.
Okay.
Because Rachel Ray, the queen of 30-minute meals, taught me about chicken parm patties a long time ago, and it is my husband's favorite meal.
Are you Italian? Yeah, obviously. That's a dumb question.
don't even bread them.
What?
But it's ground chicken, and he loves it.
Can we fact check that?
Can we fact check?
Is that even allowed to be called chicken parmesan if it's not bread?
No, Rachel Ray calls it chicken parm patties, so it's like a sandwich.
I think Gianni De Laurentiis would disagree.
Brooklyn called that chicken parm.
I was intrigued by it, but my entire life I've grown up Italian.
Yeah.
We've never used ground chicken. We've always breaded it. It has to be thin.
Times are tough.
Cutlets.
Cutlets are more expensive.
Let's go back a little bit. We can come back to the Brooklyn conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
But you said ladies on Instagram complaining, and that's a perfect segue into talking about this. What are we going to call her? Jessica?
Jessica.
It's not her real name. We've changed her name.
She falls in a general category of just internet trolls trying to ruin your business.
Right. So backing up just a little bit further, I mean, we are from Pennsylvania, and last week we got
snowpocalypse.
Right. We got probably the biggest snowstorm we've had
since 2016. They said 10 years. Yeah.
Yep. 10 years to the date, actually.
Yeah, which was crazy.
I think we got it was like 9 inches of snow, 3 inches of sleet.
It's like all ice now.
Well, either way, a lot of bars around town. This is a neighborhood bar situated in a neighborhood where for years and years and years, in the history of this establishment, you've stayed open for snowstorms. It's people love coming here after they get to shovel. They get to get a little bit of joy out of whatever stress they have. You have to shovel out. I'm just sad that I live too far away now that I can't walk across the street over into here. But this Jessica character, became a keyboard warrior online.
And started personally attacking people because they were like, why can't they stay open in a snowstorm like every other place
every
in
other
this
bar
town?
stayed open.
There
a lot
was
of restaurants
all these
stayed open.
other bars that everyone's thanking them. And then our post turned into, you're making a bad choice, law enforcement needs to be out and they need to be treating the roads and they need to be doing this.
She was insinuating that everybody was driving and getting hammered and driving in the snow when 90% of the people that were coming here walk here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do I want to say snowblower? Snowmobile.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right.
So for how long have we let people come here, have a little snow day fellowship, and all of a sudden it's a big issue.
Snow day fellowship. I like that. Fellowship, friends, Jägermeister,
Yeah, and no problem.
zero
Yeah,
problems.
we had no problems. And all of a sudden, she has decided, Jessica, that,
I almost called her by her real
it's
name.
an issue. And then other people started chiming in too. Like other people were
Everybody
saying the
got
same
on
thing.
and got very, very defensive.
Yeah, but there was
for
a
this is for you guys.
100. They backed us up for sure. But she had some supporters too that were like, yeah, it's not a good idea. And I'm like, yeah, it's not a good idea to drink and drive. When is it ever?
Right. Whether you're in a snowstorm, whether you're in a rainstorm, whether
Yeah.
it's sunny out. But again, I want to go back to this is a neighborhood bar. There is we're literally in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're like the Lambeau Field of the West Side, right in the middle of a neighborhood.
I didn't know Lambeau Field was in the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
it sure is.
Huh. I don't get out much.
Come on. This was a
I'm waiting
sports
on my
podcast
refill.
last week.
I don't have my. Well, the Super Bowl's next week.
Yes.
We've got
How do you feel about the
Drake
teams?
May's New England Patriots, and we've got Sam Darnold's
I'm rooting Sam Darnold.
Seattle Seahawks.
I'm going for Sam Darnold.
I don't know that I'm prepared or ready to have another New England dynasty.
No, I'm done with them. They need to take a longer break than, what was it, 7 years or 5 years or something?
Well, I think, what is it? The last 10 Super Bowls, it's either been the Chiefs or the Patriots, right? Maybe one. Can you fact check that for us?
We got to fact check. Who was in the last 10 Super Bowls?
It's either been the Patriots or the Chiefs in a Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Yeah, I would say that it probably is. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to go for Seattle.
Yeah.
This is so dumb, but the main reason is for Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah. Grace Sloan Memorial.
I feel like they have a
McDreamy.
lot of people on their team that were like has-beens. Like Cooper Kupp, LA got rid of.
I
Sam
don't-
Darnold, nobody wanted. And now they're in the Super Bowl. So, like, let's cheer for them.
I would love for them to win. The Patriots, I do like Drake May.
Same. And I like his wife. Their story's
They're
cute.
a
Middle
high
school
school
sweethearts.
sweetheart type of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, they're cute. So I vote Seahawks. That's my.
I vote Seahawks.
That's who
as well.
I want. Do I think they'll win? I don't know. I think it's going to be a pretty even game.
I'm gonna put money on it. I don't care as long as it's a good football game.
Yeah.
I was in Puerto Rico last year for the Super Bowl when the Eagles were in it, and it was a blowout game. And as much fun as that was, I really
like
do
a good
enjoy a
game.
nail
Same.
biter situation.
Same.
And we spanked belt to ass on the Chiefs. I was sunburned. I looked like a Christmas tree. I was wearing all green. My face was bright red from sunburn.
Cheering them on.
That's how I felt.
My team has
Felt like
never
Christmas
been
morning.
there, so. Well, not in my lifetime. They haven't. So
So yeah, go Seahawks, I guess.
yeah, go Seahawks. Go Seattle.
And Jessica takes several seats.
Yeah,
and
several. I think that she learned
let
her
people
lesson
have fun.
because everybody was. I mean, they really told.
she
her
got
what was
very
up.
quiet
Yeah.
after that. Yeah, social media,
but
keyboard warriors. I think we've delayed this long enough. I think we need to start transitioning into our.
I mean, social media is a good transition into
main
that
topic.
though,
Sure.
because I do feel like that is a big thing in what we're going to talk about next.
media, social media,
Mhm.
any form of media. You know, if you've been living under a rock,
Yep.
maybe this is the only way you don't know about what's going on. I have been very nervous to talk about this. One, because I think people expect me to say one thing. I
Same.
think people expect you to say one thing.
I feel like, you know, in the world, we're looked at as one side or the other. Like we've talked about that last week.
Right, and it's more of
But-
a a curvy road. I think that
Yeah, I
that,
think we
you know,
both
ebbs
deserve
and
to be
flows.
nervous.
But
It's-
yeah, so I mean, ICE and the Department of Homeland Security.
immigration in general.
Yeah, so that's been in the news the last couple weeks.
Mhm.
There's been some deaths at
Mhm.
the hands of these ICE agents.
Yep.
But I think we should just start off with where I'll start off. I think because you're a little bit more nervous. I think most people know where I kind of stand, but obviously immigration. We're all immigrants. I think we need to start there.
Mhm.
All of our families have, unless you're Native American living in America, you are an immigrant.
Yeah.
We came over, our families came over on boats. You paid a fee, you lived here.
Did the whole shebang, changed your name.
Right.
Mhm.
ICE was created in 2003
Okay.
by George Bush after 9/11. Right? So I'm just doing my fact checking here.
Mm-hmm.
Every president has deported people.
Mm-hmm.
I do not disagree with deporting,
Deportation.
those that need to be deported, whether they're criminals, whether they've overstayed on their visa, whether there's a plethora of reasons why. So every president has done this. Now there is
every president. So what was before ICE was created? Was it just like, enforced by the police? Who did that?
Producer Jamie.
'Cause there
Oh,
had
by
to
the
be
way,
somebody.
sorry, but I want to go back. Producer Jamie, she was intern Jamie last week. She has been promoted to producer Jamie. So congratulations.
And fact checker.
She's still our fact checker. Yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know what
Because,
it was.
immigration has happened
Department of
since
Homeland
forever.
Security has always been.
So maybe they just, I don't know.
It was meant.
I mean, that was before we
for
would have thought
9/11.
about it at all. I was like in 6th grade in 2003? 7th grade.
No. INS.
Okay. So there was somebody enforcing
There was
it.
some form of this forever,
Yeah.
right? Donald Trump. I do want to say this. I took some notes, so I don't like to be unprepared.
I have
You know
no
this.
notes. None.
The funding that each president gets has been around between $8 and $10 billion over their term of their presidency.
To do with what they want.
For ICE and DHS.
Okay, just for that. Okay.
And this was the same that held true for Trump's first term.
Okay.
Under Trump's second term, that budget has now gone up to $75 billion.
Okay.
That's for facilities, that's for agents, that's for whatever the case may be. It's under the big, beautiful bill. And I'm not sitting here claiming to be some sort of expert on this at all.
She just took notes.
Took some notes today. I will say that I do agree in some form that there needs to be
enforcing the immigration system.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, when you're talking masked people, you're talking ripping people out of their homes, taking children, putting them in detention centers, killing Americans, whether you believe it's justified or not, we've got a problem, in my opinion. And I think I spoke long enough on. I took the long way around of where I stand.
If you are not supporting like an immigration enforcement of some sort in any country,
I think most people do.
Yeah, and I think most people do.
Sure.
I think that it's how it's done is what people aren't enforcing or aren't supporting, is what I should say.
Right.
So I don't even know where I want to start.
Just pick somewhere and then go, and then we can come around wherever you want.
To say...
Do you need to take a sip of your drink?
Okay. I truly just don't know where to start. There's just so much I could say.
Let's start with where you feel...
I'm going to start with what I voted for.
Okay.
What I voted for is immigration enforcement.
Sure.
I truly believe everybody should. I think that in any country, you should not allow people to just come into your country anywhere.
But you do support coming...
I support coming to our country 100% legally.
Right. Okay.
And even if some people are in a situation where their only way out is to come.
Correct.
Not on an airplane with a visa.
What was it when we were kids? Elian Gonzalez came here on a raft.
Yeah. Was he by himself?
I think his mother died. Can you look that
on
up?
the
Elian
boat?
Gonzalez?
That's
it was a raft.
Wild.
Cuba.
When you think about it, that's wild. A little boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
But do you remember the pictures in the news?
Yes.
It was all these people with ARs, coming after this 6-year-old, this child.
But unfortunately, that's horrible. I can't imagine a child having guns like that pointed at them. It makes me very sad. Unfortunately, in the world, how many times have you seen countries use children as a mask for something that they're going to do?
Sure.
And, as law enforcement or whatever they are that was finding Elian Gonzalez, they had to protect themselves also and our country. I mean, it's super sad, but and I would never want that. But there's a reason. Okay, I'll start here. I don't think
we found a starting point.
That law enforcement, ICE agents, I don't think they are bad people. And I think that where it needs to start is remembering that they're people. We've had ICE since 2003, okay? And
when have they been masked?
I agree. No, I agree.
Okay.
I will get to that. I'm not saying that currently there are not issues. What I'm saying is we do have to go back to 2003, did anybody think that this was a problem when
No, I
ICE
think
was created?
everybody lived in fear. We didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on. This was
Yeah.
before you had to take your shoes
Even
off in the
5 years
airport.
ago, did we think it was? 10 years ago, did we think it was?
No, I don't honestly think. I think every president before Trump, even Trump's first term, yes, it's always been around.
Yeah.
There is now a very glaring
Yeah.
problem.
Yep.
I'll call it a problem. You can classify it.
No, I think it's a problem. I think there's a problem right now. I do think there's a problem. I think Minnesota was wildly mishandled. And I think that Minnesota has gotten so out of control.
But they're blaming it, not they. I'm sorry. The current administration is blaming it on the governor who just happened to run for vice president for Hillary.
Yeah.
And it is worth noting.
No, with Kamala, right? He was with Kamala, wasn't he?
No, he was
Tim
with
Walz?
Oh no, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
So just recently, like this last election, he was in it.
Correct. Yeah. There's been immigration this entire time, and now it seems that ICE, or at least what we're seeing, they're coming into the blue states. Let's talk about the facts of how Texas, which is a red state, Florida, which is a red state, get most of the people coming into our country, right? The borders in Florida, and there's not a whole lot. Maybe there is. I don't know. Maybe it's being handled much differently. I
have a fact about that. I'm going to have you fact check it, but because I didn't write it down, clearly I have no notes. But I did see a fact the other day about this Texas thing.
Okay.
Texas deports 24% of our deportations.
Okay.
And look up the violent.
How many?
It's like 1%.
Okay.
Of the
violent on ICE or violent on
the deportees.
Yeah. It also is worth noting that there's been over 1 million people that have voluntarily left.
Yeah.
Through this. So
I have to keep myself on track.
Do we need to have a safe
Minnesota. Word? No, I'm not. I just am trying to keep myself on track because there's too many subjects. Minnesota, a couple weeks ago, uncovered major.
A lot of fraud.
Yeah. Major.
Sure.
Millions of dollars in fraud, correct? It may have been more than
misappropriated funds.
Yes. Misappropriated funds, okay? It doesn't sit right with me that happened a couple weeks ago and immediately following the violence started. In my heart, that does not sit right, that there is, I shouldn't say my heart, my head. In my head, I'm not thinking with my heart. This is logical to me.
Sure.
That fraud is uncovered, lots and lots of money, okay? And days later, violence starts. Violence that is purposely shown on the media to get everybody else riled up. And I'm not saying that Trump didn't handle this wrong. I think he also handled Minnesota wrong. I think he knew that
Kristi Noem is a big part of the reason why this is getting mishandled as well. But that's she's in his cabinet, and before any and we can get into Renee Good, we can get into Alex Preddy. I think you say his last name Preddy.
I don't know. I was going to ask you that because I thought you might know.
What? Preddy. I don't think you're incorrect in saying that the timeline of the fraud is eyebrow raising, head scratching, but. And I'm not, we can get into this another time as well, unless you want to get into it right now. Look at the president. Look at all the fraud and misappropriating of funds. He's had money from, he won't even, what president prior to him has never released their tax information? Not one.
Yeah.
Every single one of them does. So I do. Yes. Is it
but
weird?
Does that make Minnesota's fraud right?
No. But it also doesn't make Trump's right either.
No, it doesn't.
I think we are living, I think we can both agree on this, that no matter what side of the aisle you fall on, everybody's bought and sold. There's a lot of back end doors. There's a lot of smoke and mirror. But everybody in office has some form of, well, I need to do this because I was paid for this.
Yeah, absolutely. And not just presidential office.
No,
it's everybody.
It's local
politics,
government, it's state government, it's federal government.
Yeah, for sure.
So yes, while there is fraud happening in Minnesota, I haven't seen the straight facts, so I'm not going to, argue, but I did see a headline on that. I do think, again, the deaths that we've seen over the last
I'll make it clear. I don't agree
No,
with them.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
I think that, and then we got this video of Alex Preddy released days before, like doing something violent. I
He kicked
think
the car. That was 11 days prior.
and maybe he should have been reprimanded for that.
Sure.
Like at that point, but that moment that he was shot has nothing to do with the days before.
They said he was armed. They said
that's
posed a
bullshit.
threat. He had already been disarmed. And I think the irony of this is crazy, is that Trump comes out and says you can't have guns at a protest.
Yeah.
2 words for you.
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Well, not only that. I mean, it's just everybody knows that a conservative pretty much supports conceal and carry. Like, so
I am on the left and I support conceal and carry.
That whole Alex Preddy situation. I mean, it's just I will say there's multiple bad apples. There's a bad apple in any job,
Sure.
So I think that, in my opinion, the violence and the masking by ICE and all of this, right?
I think it's going to be an ICE agent. You shouldn't wear a
in
mask.
Minnesota, but you have to think like this too. Have you seen ICE agents anywhere else? Maybe LA now, because LA's getting in on the whole situation, but walking around masked. Can I get into my interview that I gave last night? Because I think it'll help this situation. So I have a friend.
She interviewed Barbara Walters.
Is a police officer in Pennsylvania. And I'm not going to tell you where he works or, because I'm not
trying to
putting
dox anybody.
Yeah. So he is a police officer in Pennsylvania. He works in a district that is high crime. It's a very dangerous district that he works in. And
sorry, I have my thinking face on.
Yeah. So he explained it to me like this. Because we all know, this is a fact, that law enforcement has been told to stand down and not back ICE up in Minnesota. I think that has changed.
Right, but also people, I think it's like dependent on that jurisdiction.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm saying, but law enforcement there have been places that law enforcement has been told to stand down and ICE is basically in there, by themselves. So I was under the impression that law enforcement always backed them up. Okay, and this is where I was corrected by him. I was under the impression that, like, they pulled them out of there, so ICE had no backup, but that's not apparently how it works. How it works is ICE knows who they're going to go after, okay? And they can call if they know they are, like, a dangerous criminal or something, that they know they want backup.
Mm-hmm.
And they can call, and they don't have anybody to call in certain places. So they're going into situations where this person could have been a dangerous criminal. So they have to go in prepped and ready to go. Okay.
Sure.
He compared it to, say I'm with my partner and we have a warrant to, serve to somebody, not immigration. I'm saying just a warrant. And they know this person is a dangerous criminal.
Mm-hmm.
So they can call other jurisdictions and be like, we are going in to do this. It's going to be, we just want some backup. Can you guys come back us up?
Right.
And if they say, morally, we're not interested, those two partners still have to do their job.
Got it.
So they have to go in by themselves then without backup and serve this warrant in the safest way possible to protect themselves and to protect the community from whoever this person is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He told me that, like, in his daily life, 7 out of the 10 people that he encounters are illegal immigrants. 7 out of 10 people that he encounters with a license from Venezuela, an ID, I shouldn't say license, Venezuela, El Salvador, Mexico, they're all elsewhere, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When he takes their ID, say he pulls them over or something, and he takes their ID, and obviously it's not a driver's license, they don't have any insurance, they don't have anything like that. Well, he cannot do anything about it.
Right, so
I'm comparing it to a very small crime. Like, that is not...
Right, I don't think we need to be throwing people in detention centers that had a parking ticket or...
Absolutely.
But it is worth saying...
I'm trying to put it on a smaller scale.
Totally understand.
Like they don't have any backup, and so they're going into places where they think it could be someone dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you
I do think I should also say that, like, there's plenty of people that are American that that are dangerous as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't support ICE going into, I've heard stories of people being Americans, U.S. citizens, and I don't support that.
I have a note on this.
At all.
I have a note on this.
What I do support is
170 incidents we've held U.S. citizens against their will.
okay.
They might.
And
do they have a record? I don't know, but I don't want to cut you off. I'm going to let you finish.
Yeah.
But in America, the first offense for getting caught, whatever,
as an illegal immigrant is what you're saying?
is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's a civil violation. It's not a
so
felony.
They give you an opportunity to go through the process.
Right, but right now, and again, this is all what we're seeing on the media. So I want to be able to fact check things, but right now what we're seeing in Minnesota, they're not giving anybody any right to say anything. They're just ripping people and putting them in cars, and then
Are they though?
I don't know. That's what I see.
Like, the problem, I think, lies in what do we even believe anymore?
This requires a shot for me.
Cheers. Cheers. I don't know what to believe. Because in 2020, started questioning literally everything. They shut our business down.
You have to.
Like, it was that was a whole thing. So I think that makes you question how much the media, the government, has control over
all of us,
what we think. Do you know what I mean? So I'm seeing things. I don't agree with Alex Preddy being shot. I don't agree with Renee Good dying. Do I, as a mom and a person, think that I would be there? No. I think as a mom and a person, my job is to be with my family, and that's my life now.
I do understand that, but I also, coming from the opposite side of things, I have been to many protests.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
been to one.
I have never seen a protest get violent.
Mm-hmm.
After Trump was elected the first time, I took a bus trip down to Washington, D.C. For the Women's March. It was the most emotional, beautiful thing I've ever been a part of. We went to the No Kings protest. I think there's been 2 maybe that's happened over the last year that we've gone to. I mean, and very different than what we see on the news.
I mean, it's a smaller scale, especially the ones like the No Kings that you're talking about. We're a much smaller scale than going to DC for that, and like what's happening in Minnesota and LA now.
But I do think, do I think that there are bad eggs in every way, shape, or form, in every side? Absolutely. I think it goes back to everybody being bought and paid. I think that Trump does not help the narrative whatsoever. Kristi Noem, for her to come out.
I think he's just really bad at talking. I truly do. Like, I think he just, I think that
immigration, good.
I voted for him. I mean, obviously.
What?
But that doesn't mean that I agree with the way he handles stuff. But I have to say this.
Oh, God. I gotta brace myself.
If you would take the things that he says, or like, I don't even want to say things he does.
Someone with CTE.
Go back 10 years and give Obama the same thing to say. I think that young people especially, would be like, he's so fucking cool. Like, they would. I mean, for God's sake, Obama dribbled a basketball with Jay-Z, and people were like, he's so fucking G. I love him. Social media has become the ticket to voting. You can put stuff on there and convince an 18 to 25-year-old person to vote for me for fucking president by what we put on social media.
Should we run?
We should.
Should we run?
Absolutely. Hold on. I got to fill up.
Oh, I'm by myself. We've left the building.
All right. I got to get back to like actual thought. All right, so my thought is the media has fucking ruined the world.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree with that.
Problem.
I do not disagree with that.
I cannot get it out of my head that this fraud was, and I don't know that ICE is even in on the media like situation. I'm saying I think that the media has put law enforcement in general. I'm not just talking about ICE. Think about, what year did the George Floyd thing happen? 2020.
Producer Jamie, I think that was 2020.
Yeah, I think it was 2020. And all of a sudden, everybody had a black box on Instagram and was defunding the police. And now nobody even talks about defunding the police. No, when have you heard somebody
I
be
do want to
like,
say when
defund the police?
I will speak for my side. I'm gonna say my side, but
Yeah.
defunding the police did not mean like police needs to go. It
But it put them in danger.
Sure. But what this time? This is the media that, again, that we're talking about.
100%.
But what was meant by that was that we need to have people, mental health.
Agreed.
Whatever you want to call it,
Agreed.
be able
Nobody
to go
cared
in and
about that. Yeah.
de-escalate a situation.
I
And I
agree.
do think that another topic at some point does need to be mental health,
Yeah.
because I think we're completely failing
Mhm.
as a society to handle people.
Yeah.
Tell me one person you've met in your life that has never had anxiety or depression or anything. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent
Yeah.
here. I want to,
You're like me.
and me.
Yeah.
Look at that,
well,
another
still
thing
on
we
a
agree
tangent,
on.
But, I voted in a certain way, but do I think that he also has control of the media? Yes. And do I think that other sides have control of the
he's
media?
literally
Yes.
pulling press cards from people what he doesn't agree with. I think that's a very scary. That's very, very scary when he this is one of the things that really bothers me is like you can talk about Jimmy Fallon. They've always not attacked.
Mhm.
They've always joked.
Yeah.
They've always
Yeah.
done these things. There's always been the what is it, the governor's ball where
Mhm.
comedians get up and they roast the
Yeah.
government. There hasn't been one.
Yeah.
Not since he's been elected, but when he gets offended, his personal mission is to
He
destroy
doesn't know
you.
how to talk to people. He doesn't. Okay, like we have no what's that, emotional regulation? I feel like his emotional regulation is just not
regulation.
there, right? Emotional damage. My son says that all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. That's what
I think that we, as a society, social media and media has put, starting with 2020, putting just the police force in danger to do their job. It's hard for
But there's been
any
more
agency.
and more issues where police are using excessive force. Is that every police officer?
It's
No.
not. And
Have I had many situations with, I'm also a white female, so I have
Yeah.
no fucking skin in this game
Yeah.
at all.
Mhm.
I don't have to worry when I get pulled over.
Yeah.
I don't have to really
But it
worry about.
also isn't just like my husband gets pulled at security every single time we go through security.
That's crazy.
Every single time.
That's crazy.
And he laughs about it. He doesn't care. This is my last thought on it. I think the media has fully put every agency that they don't want to agree with in danger while doing their job. And I think that if I was going to a job that I felt like I was in danger, I think that anybody, and a protester too, if you go somewhere that you feel in danger, I think
it is
you
our
go
right to
into
protest.
fight and
It is
flight.
our right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think you go into fight or flight, and I think the Alex Preddy thing, bullshit. I think that was like, I can't agree with anything that went down with that actual shooting. I can't.
I think there's actually been, because with Renee Good, I don't want to keep talking about Alex Preddy. I want to talk about Renee Good a little bit. I saw the video. You saw the video.
Yeah.
We've all seen different angles
Yeah.
of the video. Do I think she posed any threat to anybody? I personally do not, but other people might.
But
should she have been in there? It's her right to be there.
Yeah, it is.
Should she have taken 5 or 4 or 3 whatever bullets to the fucking face? Don't agree with that either.
Uh-huh.
The ICE agent literally said as he shot her, "Fucking bitch."
I think that was a different ICE agent, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think it was the one on the side, correct? But
Okay.
it wasn't the one that actually shot. It was the other ICE
but
agent.
it did played into like, oh, okay, this is I mean, it's. I think it's scary what side of the aisle you fall on.
I agree.
I think
it's scary to watch our country do this.
We all were required, or I was required. I can't even say the word required.
Mm-hmm.
The Diary of Anne Frank. There's a quote in the book.
Gosh, I couldn't understand anything in that book.
The quote.
I tried to read it in 4th grade.
We all had to read it.
Yeah, and I was like, the language was just too complex for me.
But the way that she describes what's happening.
Yeah.
Back then, and this is, we're talking
but
concentration camps.
She was seeing it with her own eyes.
Right.
And we're seeing it on a TV.
Correct. But I mean, when you have someone, Greg Bovino, who was in charge of ICE up until recently.
Oh, yeah.
When he's walking out, literally doing the Hail Hitler movement with the fucking brown, gray, green, whatever fucking color it was, trench coat that looked like a Gestapo agent, that's when you kind of like, oh shit, are we Are
Yeah.
we here?
It's the same thing as when the opposite person is in office. Like when Biden was in office, I'm afraid that certain things are going to happen that would affect me. Or like, you know what I'm saying? I think that it's just like how you said our algorithms pick both sides.
Yeah, 100%.
You're seeing one side. And you're seeing the media push the worst of the worst
And
on
you're
you.
seeing
And
the
I'm
other side
seeing
seeing
the
the media
other
push the-
side of people. And I actually have gotten, like, some of the conservative pages I follow, I'm like, you're a freaking idiot. Like, you can't defend this. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot defend Alex Preddy being, you can't. You cannot defend that.
Mhm.
There's nothing to defend. He shouldn't have been shot. I get it. Renee Good, there's facts about the officer that shot months earlier had been run over by a car. And you have to think, like,
he had PTSD, the whole thing.
like, that could
But then
be a
should he have
thing.
even been in the situation where he was out there?
Probably not, but that's a mental health discussion.
You know what I mean? It keeps coming back to all
They
these different
expect
things.
you to come back to work in 3
I think whether you're
months.
left or right, the government is failing us as a society.
100%. And I think it's been failing us for a long time. I think that as bad as social media is, and as bad as, I think the media is bad, social media is bad, but I do think that some good things have come out of social media. I think that
I mean, we're putting out this podcast on social media.
you always had to believe what you saw on a TV. They were giving us our information at all times up until what, 2000, I would say 2010 maybe is when social media kind of exploded. Instagram got big. We had it for sure. We had Facebook, Instagram.
I got Facebook and it was still, you had to have a college email to get it. So that was 2005.
I got it 2006.
That was 2005. You had to have a college email to
I
get
think
on
we
it.
can learn a lot from the people that are out on the streets doing things. I don't trust mainstream media at all. I don't care which side it is. I don't trust any of them. I think some of the smaller, like, influencer pages they're in their pockets too.
Have you ever, the band Together? I want the news, not the weather.
Absolutely don't know who
Anyway,
that is.
it was a movie. It was like it was an MTV movie. It was fantastic. But that's what I say that to Jamie all the time. I'm like, I just want the news. I want to be able to form my own opinion. I want to not be fed any piece of information. I want to get the facts and I want to form my own opinion.
Because it's all swayed one way.
But algorithms and you know, like you said, social media, I think it sways people one way or another. But I do love the fact that we both agree that I think ICE, especially Alex Preddy, that's been handled wrong. And maybe that can be a jumping off point to start a negotiation. And that is a line from Clueless.
When she's eating the asparagus at dinner with her dad.
When she gets the bad grades. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're trying to do, and I'm not saying we're ever going to get to this on like a global scale. We're not going to be like Joe Rogan or anything like that. But I think the more you have conversations with someone who does not agree with you and you have it respectfully, you have it with an open heart, an open mind, and with humility, I think that we can get a lot further as a society.
I agree. I think we should give our final thought on what we stand.
Go ahead.
Where we stand.
Go ahead.
I support ICE and immigration enforcement.
Okay.
I don't support what's happening in Minnesota. Do I think that it has been fueled by the media? 100%. And I think that we're not seeing, like, you know, that, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Minnesota is one city or one state, right? In our entire country. There's a million different counties. There's a million different cities that are dealing with ICE and deportations. And most of them are peaceful. And we're watching one little section of our world being torn down, and the media is eating it up. Eating it up. I think that they should be pulled right now.
The media loves a good story.
They do. And I think that I think ICE should be pulled from Minnesota. I just think they should. I think you should pull them from Minnesota and see if it happens anywhere else. Let's do that.
Well, I did hear rumblings that they're going to come to Philadelphia.
I think they're already there.
Philadelphia.
No, let me tell you something.
Philadelphia riots in the streets when they win a football game.
They're already there. This is what
they're here.
They're here. I literally watched an ICE agent take somebody into their car here.
That's crazy.
At one point.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I watched it happen. It was peaceful, and I think that we have to remember that this is happening every single day in every single city, in every single state.
Why are you yelling at me?
Oh, I can't believe I didn't even say the F word. But you have to remember that they are focusing on one state I don't agree with what's happening there. I'm making it very clear. I do not agree. Do I think that it has been fueled by something else and that law enforcement is not there to back them up? 100%. I think that it's happening everywhere and we're seeing it peacefully happen. People are being deported every day as they should be. Like I said, 7 out of 10 of the people that person that I talked to are an illegal person in this country.
My point also is that a first offense is a misdemeanor and it's a civil violation.
But they can't.
But no ICE agent can actually deport someone.
No.
They get it has
And
to go
a police
through
officer
due
can't
process. Right. Everything has to go through due process. Sorry.
So
I'll finish your final thought.
The police officer that pulls them over or does whatever, gets their information, they let them go. And that could be a fake name on their information. They're gone. They could call ICE.
Tell
and
me
be
you didn't
like,
use a fake name when you were 19 years old trying to get into the bar, because I sure
but
did.
I didn't use it to get into a country. Like, I support people, even if you have come here not on an airplane with a visa. I support you going through the process and becoming a citizen.
I agree.
100%.
I agree with
you
that.
have the right to a better life. You can come here
Correct.
and become a U.S. citizen. But to be freaking honest, do we have a better life? We do. I shouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not like a third world country. But like at this point, our country is so fucked. It's so fucked.
Lindsay, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Nobody wants any law. Nobody wants to get along with each other. Nobody wants, and we have been for a very long time. We have been.
I think it's gone before social media, but I think,
again, but now we see it.
Things like we're doing right now, having the hard conversations and trying to find a common ground, or at least if we can't find a common ground, at least an understanding of why you think the way that you do, why I think the way that I do.
I think I talked a lot and I don't even know how you think. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Can you tell me how you think?
I'm going to tell you my final thoughts right now.
Thank you for thoughts.
I will agree with the fact that, I do agree with I don't want to say ICE because I agree.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I wanted to use. I'd say immigration enforcement.
I agree with some form of immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and again, it's been handled with every president before us,
mm-hmm.
not in the way that it has been. Barack Obama had the most deported the most people. Statistically.
Yeah.
With the last, I don't know where Trump will end up. He's only in year 1.5 of his presidency.
But he had 4 years prior.
Right. But
this year it's a lot more.
It fell in line.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, this is kind of what he's going on.
Mm-hmm. I think that in what he is going off of is watching the border be open for however many years it was open.
Right. But really, did they completely open the borders because Biden deported people, Obama deported people? People are going to get in here.
Well, they had to have.
People are going to get in here. Whether I'm president, whether you're president, whether Trump's president. My thoughts are, yes, do I agree to some degree of deportation and immigration and emigration, all that.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I've never not agreed with it.
It's a law.
I think what's happening right now in Minnesota, and probably you'll start seeing other places.
LA's the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's been handled very incorrectly. I think that this is an opportunity for the current administration to kind of pull back, look at the big picture.
Do you think it's been handled incorrectly by both sides? Because I do.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's been incorrect on all accounts.
You could say that about anything.
Yeah.
You could say that about absolutely anything.
Well, that's good though, because I'm saying though, most people would just blame the other side. I think both sides have handled it incorrectly.
Everybody has some, blood on their hands in the way that we need to, shame on our country.
Yeah.
Shame on our administration. Shame on our past administrations for. Everybody's trying to do something for gain. Everybody wants money in their pocket. Everybody wants to be protected. And again, with the Epstein files that we'll get into, I don't think any fucking person is safe right now. It goes all the way to Prince Andrew, to Bill Clinton to
I agree.
To Trump.
That's another thing that's been put on the back burner.
Right, but why? Because Trump is all over those files, in my opinion, and so is Clinton, and everybody wants to throw money and say, I don't want my name in this, but I think that we're definitely going to talk about the Epstein files. I think that this was a very constructive conversation. I have a little bit better understanding of where you're currently at. I think you have a better understanding where I'm currently at.
Yeah.
I cannot
I
finish.
don't think we're agreeing to disagree at this point. I think we had like
No, I mean,
in
are there things that you
general
said that I
agree-
disagree with?
Yeah.
Yes. Are there things that I said you disagree with? Yes.
But I think in general we agree that immigration at some point needs to be enforced. The way it's enforced
Right.
is maybe not the way it should be going.
I think we have a political run on our hands
100%
coming up.
Who's the VP?
Right
You're definitely
now,
president though, because you're more organized. I don't even have a note.
We'll probably touch on immigration again because it's such a sensitive and big topic. I hope we did it justice. Again, we're trying to enter this conversation with humility, with respect,
Mhm.
with a little bit of humor, even though it's not funny at all. But I think we should sign off.
It's been what, a very long
Please
time.
like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Keep us rolling on this. But I think we need to cheers to Catherine O'Hara to sign us
Oh,
off
yeah.
because I don't know about you, but I sobbed the other night.
Do you want to know what's really sad though? I'm not like a Home Alone kid. Like that might really make you mad because I know you have him on your, what is it, your arm? Don't you have Macaulay Culkin on your arm?
I do. It was the first
And
portrait.
it's the Home Alone.
Yeah, I have Macaulay Culkin.
So I just was not. I was more of like a
Were you
to
a
grandmother's house we go. Mary Kate
Delia
and Ashley.
Dietz?
No,
I mean,
Mary Kate and Ashley. Up until I was like, oh yeah, Beetlejuice.
You got Beetlejuice. You got Home Alone.
But
you got
as an
Schitt's
adult, I
Creek.
do like Home Alone. I'm saying like it's not nostalgic for me because
I grew up
wasn't-
watching her.
Yeah.
I mean, Best in
No, I
Show,
love
all
her.
all the movies.
I love her.
I sobbed when I
I
heard
do.
she died.
Yeah, that's very, very
The
sad.
world lost a fucking giant of a personality.
Yeah.
And the world is a little less bright today.
It's
So
so sad.
cheers to Catherine O'Hara.
Cheers.
This is Split the Tab. I'm Andrea.
I'm Lindsay.
We'll see you next time.
I'm sweating.